All right. So, on tonight's docket, we have Dead by Daylight later tonight, which I'm excited to get started on. And then there's this game suggested called Start Survey. So, I'm going to try that out. Apparently, it's doing the rounds on YouTube. I haven't seen it yet. So, let's give it a shot. It's available on itch.io or itch.io. I'm kind of excited. Let's see how this goes. Help if I had the game up, wouldn't it? Fuck! Failed already. Damn it. That file. I got it ready though. Like it's ready to go. It's set up. That's progress for me. Finding the file. There we go. Okay, what's going on? There we go. Oh, that's not pleasant in my ear. Ooh, that thunder is pleasant though. Alright. Alright, what do we have here? Let's start this adventure. It is 7:03 p.m. I got some water. The Rubik's Cubes. A very uncomfortable looking Minecraft constructed bed. File. Okay, well, a very boring room. Grand Admiral Howard. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Alright, start survey. I guess yes. Are you having a nice day? Not particularly, but we're gonna go with yes. Do you have many responsibilities? Yes. Look around for a moment. Okay. Oh, don't press escape. It escapes. Good to know. Shit. I've been up for a while actually, which is rare for me. I usually just wake up around this time too. Doing good. Excited. Lots of new games. Lots of things happening. It's fucking awesome. On a very boring note, I've been reading Dune. It's a good book. It's a good book. If you can stand a book of 800 or whatever pages, it's so good. Definitely a must. Okay, let's try this again here. Okay, huzzah. Oh my god. Work with me here. Thank you. Right. Yes. Are you having a nice day? Yes. Do you have any responsibilities? Yes. Look around for a moment. I don't want to. Toggle? I don't know what toggle means. Okay. I don't know what you want me to toggle. Yeah? There's not much to remember. Yes? Do you know where you are? I believe a bedroom. Fuck! Fuck! Yes, I've had plenty of panic attacks. Do you find yourself questioning your existence? I am a walking embodiment of an existential crisis. Yes. Do you believe there is a God? Oh. Not in this word. No, because I hate that word. I hate that word. No. Are you answering these questions out of free will? Yes. Is an illusion. Free will is an illusion. I don't know. Do you feel comfortable in your room? Absolutely. I have a... He might have allergies. Stop it! He might have allergies, but my doggo is a big doggo. Toggle. Oh, that's what it meant. Yeah, we're keeping that closed. I have a half Rottweiler, half Pit Bull. If anything gets close to the house, he barks. It's not... I'm not worried. I'm very, very comfortable in my surroundings. Let go of the water! We are now one with the water. Right, anyway. Yes! If the lights went out, would you be scared? No. I have chinchillas, I have doggos, I'm fine. No. Wow, aren't you snarky? Oh, that's so cool! Have you ever wondered when you will die? Of course. Who hasn't? Toggle door? Ah, this is really cool, actually. Creepy. Okay, I'm gonna shut that. I want to drop. This is my weapon. It's a water bottle. I'm gonna throw this. Can I throw? Oh. Yeah, let's not do that, please. Oh, I threw it in the water. Okay. Have you cleaned off your desk lately? I believe I just did, yes. So you see me, do you? Open the folder on your desk. Do you recognize the contents of this folder? Can I? I don't know what the fuck it is! Can't see! No! Throw away the contents of the folder. Do you have internet access? Okay. Sure. Do you have Oh, I don't. Of course I do. I'm talking to you. Do you have any enemies? No, I don't talk to people. I'm sure I do, but I don't talk to people enough. I don't like anyone. Do you have any enemies? I'll go to it. No. If you suddenly went missing, would anybody come looking for you? Yeah. First of all, there'd be 10,000 people wondering what the smell is in the house. Yes. Are you alone? No, I'm not alone. There's doggos, chinchillas. If you scream, would anybody hear? Yes. Again, doggo. Yes. Do you know the person standing behind you? Ooh, that's creepy. Oh, Diesel, don't help! Oh, that's good. Oh, that's so good. Are you alone? No. Relax. Take some time to relax. Oh yeah, sure. No problem. Are you relaxed? No. Are you feeling really... Are your feelings real and not just programmed like a machine? Ugh. I just had existential crises. Of course, everything is like a machine. Are your feelings real? They're real. Nothing is real. Everything's like an illusion. So they're real to me. That's all that matters. Yes. Is there a meaning to life? To live. Yes. It's just that simple. Yes. Do you know who you are yet? Does anyone ever know who they are? I'm a dead person. Yes. Do you know what is happening? Yes. If you were told the truth about your existence, would you deny it in hopes of for a better answer? No, I wouldn't. When I ask you questions, is it really you answering? Yes. If I could prove to you that you are not sentient, would you be shocked? I would love that. Yes, please do that. Prove to me prove my existential heart that I don't exist. And by the way, the name Archangel was my original, that was years and years ago. That was my original, username. So that's why it said Archangel. It must have read that was the name on the original Steam account. Actually, how did it know the name? It's from Itch.io. Maybe my computer is named that? I don't know. Anyway, don't know how it knew Archangel. That's cool. If I could... yes, please. I would be shocked. Prove to me my existential problems. Existential crisis. Do you want to know the truth? Yes, sure. I can handle it. Oh no. I'm not gonna look at look at the door. Nothing. I did look out my window. It's nothing! Look around you. This room, the door, the computer, the house next to your door. Okay. None of it's real. I made this world. I made you. I've been trying to help you see it for what it is, and now I've finally done it. I could finally set you free. Set me free! Darkness. Yes! It shut itself down! Oh, that is brilliant! Oh, I love it. Just a little bit of existential crisis to sprinkle on your morning cereal. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, that was cool. I'm going to try it one more time, answering questions a little differently here and there. See if there's a different ending. I don't think there is, but I'm an RPG player, just as a quick, like, denouement, if you will, to the first playthrough. I am an RPG player and, like, a Dungeons and Dragons player and stuff like that. So to me, the imagination world is just as valid as the real world is to me. Very aware that everything is an illusion, that we can't see anything. For example, if you were to describe to a deaf person what sound is, if they were deaf from birth, of course, they would have no concept of, they would understand it in theory, but there's no way this person would ever understand what sound is, right? So same with us. If we are bound by the senses that are flawed, for example, eagles can see more than we can. They can see more colors and ultraviolet spectrum, and we cannot. We know the ultraviolet spectrum obviously exists. So we can't see everything. What you see is just a small facet, a small little hole of whatever everything could truly be. So yeah, it's not real, but that doesn't make it any less valid. It's still something you have to experience for whatever reason you want to put in, just put in whatever reason you want to. But I loved that. That was really cool. Let's see if we can get a different, like, ending, or let's say we don't believe in existential crap. Maybe that'll be it. Let's see. Do very much enjoy that, though. No, come back! Ran away on me. There we go. Alright, start survey. Yes. Are you having a nice day? I said yes. Let's go. No. Do you have many responsibilities? No, none. Look around for a moment. Are you familiar with your surroundings? Yes. Do you know where you are? No. Let's just Just no. Contrary. Have you ever had a panic attack? No. Do you find yourself questioning your existence? Nope. Do you believe there is a God? Yes. Are you answering these questions out of your free will? Nope. Hey, Crow. Doing good. Hope you guys are too. Are you certain? No. Do you feel comfortable in your room? Nope. Let's just go contrary to everything. If the lights went out, would you be scared? Yes. Have you ever wondered when you will die? I said yes, so no. Okay. Have you cleaned off your desk? Nope. Open the folder to your desk. Do you recognize the contents? Yes. Throw away the contents of the folder. Do you have an internet access? Let's go with, I think I said yes, so no. Do you have any enemies? Yes. Just go again. Contrary. If you suddenly went missing, would anybody... Nope, no one would notice me. Are you alone? I said no, so yes. If you scream, would anybody hear you? No. Do you know the person standing behind you? Ooh. So good. Are you alone? Yes. Relax. Take some time to relax. Okay. Are you relaxed? No. Are your feelings real and not just programmed like a machine? I said yes, so no. Is there a meaning to life? I said yes, so no. Do you know who you are yet? No. Do you know what is happening? No. If you were told that they were about to exist, would you deny hopes of, no. Yes. When I ask you questions, is it really you answering? It's not me. It's a figment of your imagination. Not a sentient, would you be shocked? No. Do you want to know the truth? No. Look out your window. It doesn't matter! It doesn't matter. That's funny. Alright, well, it's thought experiment completed. It doesn't matter. Which is, I guess, appropriate for a game like this. It wouldn't really matter your answer, because nothing's real! Makes sense. Almost always, I'm on my way to bed. Till now, the Daedra stories were not too bad to fall asleep while lurking. Hope that stays that way. Do you mean like the screaming? Do you mean like me screaming in the micro? It should remain pretty decent. itch.io. No, that is not the itch.io I was expecting. Ah. I'm also going to be starting... What the hell is on my foot? Okay, something's on my foot. I'm going to be starting to make... what's it called? Like highlight videos of around 10-15 minutes that'll be going up on YouTube. So I'll show you guys that whenever I get that rolling. Okay, that was a cool game. Do I have any other little ones like that? Oh, I got one called Dagon. I said VR, so I don't know if it'll be good for just like it's supposed to be, oh, Dagon. Moron. So let's see what this is. Okay. Okay. This looks promising. The sound is very nice. So Dagon, by the way, for those who don't know, Dagon is a Lovecraft god. I don't know if they have any other words for them, actually, or horror, I guess. Lovecraftian horror. Lovecraft, like Cthulhu, by the way, for those who don't know, if anybody's ever heard, I'm sure you've heard of Cthulhu. Cthulhu is a type of god with a small g. Gods that are just above us in that term. So just creatures that aren't like the almighty master of the entire fucking universe, but they're just creatures that are beyond us, like things that are just gone past our level of like evolution, and they're just so far up that you could never even hope to understand what they're thinking. And his idea of horror was that it's infinity is something humans can't grasp, and if you ever were shown it, like the Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, since Skyrim's coming out again, when people look at the Elder Scrolls, because the Elder Scrolls are kind of like a telling of the future, of all the possibilities, the moth monks, when they look at the scrolls, they go blind eventually, because it's just, you can't comprehend it. It's the same thing, you just can't ever grasp it, and that was the concept of his horror. So Dagon is one of them. I'm not 100% familiar with Dagon, but let's take a look. Hey Jackpots, how you doing? Trivia. This one, by the way, Tales of Herring Lake, it says it's coming out soon. We are getting this. 100% we are getting this. Trivia. Okay. So this is also a VR game. So Dagon is a faithful interactive adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's work, focused on story and atmosphere. You will not find difficult choices, action sequences, or inventory management here, and movement is limited to progress through locations along with the plot.
I am writing this under an appreciable mental strain, since by tonight I shall be no more.
Well, that's a Lovecraft. That is a Lovecraft opening, if ever I've heard one. Again, this is made for VR, so I imagine it's probably much cooler in VR, but I want to try it with you guys, so. During the game, you'll encounter interactive elements. Some of them will allow you to continue your journey. Others reveal interesting facts about the original short story. Original short story. Its historical break... Holy fuck! I have been reading too much in my head. Apparently, this has broken my brain. Others reveal interesting facts about the original short story, its historical background, and the author. Some of the trivia is hidden. In order to find these secrets, focus your eye and look for the elder sign. You can also access all the found facts later. They will be available on the... Yeah, we saw that. And in Skyrim, you'll cause me getting blind ones while you're totally fine interacting with all the scrolls and the invitation cards. Well, maybe we can put it this way, since you're a Dovahkiin, you're dragon. Yeah, actually, let's put it this way. Technically, you have the soul of a dragon, right? That's what a Dovahkiin is. You're a Dova, a dragon soul in a human body. So maybe, again, dragons, in and of themselves, they're not stupid creatures in the Elder Scrolls world. They are higher beings. They live longer. They are naturally inert with magic. They're the beings descendant, if you will, from Akatosh, if you want to believe that, in their lore. So they're higher beings. So it's not that outrageous that a Dovahkiin could look at the scroll and come back a little more sane than the rest of the people. I'm going to argue that point. Got no explanation for the Daedras, but the scrolls, let's just go with that. Oh, I can't reach this. That's great. Look at that medieval syringe. Those syringes scare me. That's a forward. Graphics are very nice. I can't look behind me yet. Oh. How do I focus on this? I see it. Oh, there we are. I have no idea what Stuart Gordon is. I have no idea what... I haven't even heard the term. Not even in passing manners. I have no idea what Stuart Gordon... I know Flash Gordon. But Stuart Gordon is a concept that eludes me. Enlighten me, my friend. I don't think I've actually ever watched a Lovecraft movie. I've watched and played a metric ton of video games and read a few of his stories, which I find long-winded. It's just like Dracula. I love Dracula, but I can't stand Bram Stoker's book, or whatever. But no, I have not seen... I don't think I've seen any movie... I can't think of any. That's actually sad. I'm disappointed in myself about that. The only one that kind of was Lovecraftian was Bird Box, because the creatures were supposed to be like infinity. That's why they went insane, but that's... Ooh, Shadow over Innsmouth. One of my favorite. Dagon. Lovecraft's letters. Oh no, this better not be... I love Lovecraft's like mythos, but some of his writing is a little tough for me. I would go for movie night in the Discord. I'll take a look. I'll see if I can free up a day for us to watch a movie. I'd go for that for sure. We have to make one that is accessible though to others, like on Netflix or something. Something other people could watch as well. A random Lovecraft movie that I had to buy off of Amazon or something would be a little difficult to... okay. Lovecraft's letters. As to letters, my case is peculiar. I write such things exactly as easily... See? I'm already having a problem here. I write such things exactly as easily and as rapidly as I would utter the same topics in conversation. Indeed, epistolary means like writing letters. Epistolary expression is with me largely replacing conversation as my condition of nervous frustration becomes more and more acute. He has a hard time speaking in public. To translate into English, I cannot bear to talk much now, and am becoming as silent as the spectre himself, death. My loquacity extends itself on paper. He's verbose. He's speaking a lot. H.P. Lovecraft to Reinhard Kleiner, December 23rd, 1917. Oh, that would work. I don't think I'm allowed to say that in public, but yeah, that might work. Jackpots. Throughout his life, Lovecraft penned around 100,000 letters to his friends and fans, out of which about 10% survive to this day, but his tendency to endless correspondence was a relatively late growth. In youth, I scarcely did any letter writing. Thanking anybody for a present was so much of an ordeal that I would rather have written a 250-line pastoral or a 20-page treatise on the rings of Saturn. Lovecraft would often skip meals to afford postage. Collections of his correspondence have been published in various books, and select letters can be found online. Some readers consider them his most important legacy. I did not know that. That is awesome. That's actually good trivia, because I didn't know that. That's good. Alright, that's cool. I didn't realize he had such a hard time. Like, I knew he was a weirdo, which I am proudly part of the weirdo community, so I'm not saying that with ill intent, but I didn't realize he was that afraid of society. I'm missing the appropriate words I'm trying to say here.
Penniless, and at the end of my supply of the drug which alone makes life endurable, I can bear the torture no longer, and shall cast myself from this garret window into the squalid street below.
Oh good, we're talking about suicide. Oh, that's just fun.
Do not think from my slavery to morphine that I am a weakling or a degenerate. When you have read these hastily scrawled pages, you may guess, though never fully realize, why it is that I must have forgetfulness or death.
Cool to be a weirdo, but less so a wild racist. What the fuck are you talking about, Jackpots? We stand no racism here. Questions? Sure. Respectfully. Intrigue? All the time. Curiosity? But never racism. Morphine. Morphine's a pain drug. Very highly addictive. And just like fentanyl is absolutely utilized in a corrupt manner. I think for fentanyl, I think the statistic is 1 in 3 people will become addicted to it. It's truly not their fault. I think morphine's numbers are similar. Not as bad as fentanyl. But that's modern age, that's not this age. Morphine entered into use in the 19th century and was routinely administered to treat severe pain during the American Civil War and World War I. It was also sold without restrictions until 1914. Another thing also, every week or something, it's a very short duration of time. If you're on these pain medications, which do not help you in the long run, they'll make your pain worse and just have to increase the dose. They'll help for immediate sharp pain, very quick usage, and then done. But every week or whatever it was, you triple and quadruple your chances of being, like, after a certain amount of time, you're just doomed. You're going to be addicted to it. And evidently here, there was no restrictions, so I can imagine the problems that plagued them with this. Morphine became more popular after the invention of the hypodermic syringe around 1854. Frederick Sertourner, who first isolated the substance, originally named it morphium, after Morpheus, the Greek god associated with dreams. Love Morpheus. At the time when Dagon was published, morphine abuse, known as soldier's disease, already posed a big problem in the United States. Oh, we're getting a history lesson. I love this. Was he a big racist? This is no excuse in today's day and age. What I'm about to say, it is absolutely no excuse in this day and age in any fucking way possible, because we have so much information. So to claim ignorance in the big, broad things, like there are certain symbols or something that some people might not have encountered in life. But for them, certain things were just... Actually, he probably still was. 1 second. I'm not even going to defend him until I actually... 1 second here. I'm doing my own research. Lovecraft racism. Racism in the world of Lovecraft. White supremacist. Oh, that's good. Oh, no. On the creation of ends. Oh, that's not good. Oh, no, this is laughter of uncomfortableness. There is no serious dispute in literary or historical circles that There is no serious dispute in literary or historical circles that Lovecraft was personally a rather ardent racist, even given the standards of the time. Alright, so that threw my theory out the window, that there is a certain amount of racism that is not right, but is due to the time. It's just not something that you can escape. You could talk about anyone and they would have racism associated to them, but obviously he went above and beyond, so never mind. Yes, he's a racist. Ugh. Believing that others are better than... That's crazy. Yes, even in the standards of the times, his views were noticeably racist. Ugh. This is on Quora. Yes, by even the standards of the times, his views were noticeably racist, but it also influenced his writing, and we would not have gotten the horror tales if had not been. They are very deeply into the fear of the unknown. Decide for yourself if that makes it worth it. Also to note, he was deeply disturbed in many levels and sheltered. He likely had few contacts with people who were not of his own race. Anyway, yes. Jackpots, you were right. I obviously have no history on the actual guy. I just know his writings. Maybe he was a very fearful man himself. Not excusing, but he's obviously afraid of everything, right? Oh, that's distasteful. It's absolutely distasteful. Thank you to the person who just gave me a video game gift. Thank you very much. That was very sweet of you. Morphine isn't a joke. My granny had some painkillers based on that, but if you give the patient the power to choose... She was tripping a lot. Yeah, my grandmother, who passed away almost 10 years ago now, almost a decade ago, I guess, She was like stage 4 cancer, had been battling it for 4 years. And like the cruel, heartless bastards we are in this time, like her body was absolutely riddled. Like she had no time left. But we were forced to watch her suffer for 3 or 4 days. Even though, again, there's absolutely no returning her from any state at all. We won't let our pets, I wish I would never let Diesel suffer when it came his time, but yet we'll let the ones we love suffer. And all they gave her was morphine, and she was tripping out for 4 days. It's disgusting, it's deplorable. But yes, I hope your granny is doing better. But it's kind of scary what it does. Jackpots, by the way, was it you who suggested the survey? I already played it. I hope you saw it if it was you who suggested it. I'm pretty sure it was. I already played it. Start survey. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. So Jackpots also says, oh yeah, no excuses, but an interesting perspective with which to look at his work. And much like his actual writing, what he influenced is way better than what he himself did. Oh, you could say that about so many people, right?
It was in one of the most open and least frequented parts of the broad Pacific that the packet of which I was supercargo fell a victim to the German sea raider.
The German sea raider. I'm gonna guess that's a ship. Shit. It'll be in the vlog, and I'm also gonna be making a standalone video for YouTube of it. It was super good. That was an excellent suggestion. That was such a good game. I love it. Existential sprinkle of madness. I love it. It was really good. Oh, there we are. Lovecraft in the Great War. The Great War was World War I, I believe. Because I didn't know World War II was coming a few years later, so I believe World War I is the Great War. British, Europeans calling it the Great War, I believe. Dagon was written around a month after the United States entered World War I. Lovecraft was actively interested in its course. He composed many poems in which he gave encouragement to soldiers and commented on the events unfolding in Europe. He tried to enlist in the army, which he mentions in one of the letters to Reinhard Kleiner. Some time ago, impressed by my entire uselessness in the world. Oh no. Oh no. No letter ever started well with my entire uselessness in the world. I resolved to attempt to enlist despite my almost invalid condition. I argued that if I chose a regiment soon to depart for France, my sheer nervous force, which is not inconsiderable, might sustain me till a bullet or piece of shrapnel could more conclusively and effectively dispose of me. Jesus. Okay. But even though he passed the physical exam, his mother prevented him from going to the war. She has threatened to go to any lengths, legal or otherwise, if I do not reveal all this ill which infits me for the army. I am Providence, the life and times of H.P. Lovecraft. Was he physically ill, or are we talking mental illness? First creation of Cthulhu. After his father was institutionalized for general paresis, also known as general paralysis of the insane. Okay, just crazy, in what they would call it. He lived affluently, but his family's wealth dissipated soon after the death of his grandfather. After this point, he was living with his mother, and so his father was at least disturbed for the time, whatever that means. He was living with his mother in reduced financial conditions until she was institutionalized herself in 1919. He became involved in the why don't I know any of this? United States Amateur Press Association and wrote essays for them. 1913, he wrote in a critical letter. Okay, whatever. He became active. Small kingdom, weird tales. Those other corpuses around the idea of cosmicism. Well, that I know. Throughout his adult life, Lovecraft was never able to support himself from earnings. That I also know. He is virtually unknown during his lifetime. Know that. Okay, we know that. Oh god, I don't want to know what his fucking views over politics. He's an atheist, go figure. Race is the most controversial aspect of Lovecraft's legacy, compressed in many disparaging remarks against non-Anglo-Saxon races and cultures in his work. As he grew older, his original racial worldview became classism? Oh, your elitism, which regarded the superior race to include all those self-ennobled. Wow. Lovecraft did not hold all white people in uniform high regard, but rather esteemed English people and those of English descent. His arguments were supported using obviously. This is evident in his portrayal of the Deep Ones in the Shadow of Over Innsmouth. Their interbreeding with humanity is framed as being a type of miscegenation. Miscegenation. So, a pollution of the genealogy that corpus both the town. Initially, he showed sympathy for the minorities, even to the extent of marrying a Jewish woman he believed as being well assimilated. Oh, okay, I'm done. That's gross. I'm moving on. Ain't got time for that shit. Anyway, he was disturbed. That's the problem. Just gonna go with that. We're just gonna go with that. Same here. You can release your pets, but not the loved ones. Yeah. You can release your pets, but not the loved ones. She passed away more than 10 years ago, but it was quick, or she at least didn't suffer. Oh, well, I hate to say that, but that's good. It sucks sometimes with that, but... Oh, thank you. I'll take a look at it. Thank you very much. I won't do it right now, because I don't know if the video most likely has some sort of, like, a DMCA. But I'll take a look at it. Thank you. I really do appreciate the material. Any chance I can to further knowledge, I'll definitely take. We're on a boat. A German boat.
The Great War was then at its very beginning, and the ocean forces of the Hun had not completely sunk to their later degradation.
That's a terrifying thing, that is.
So that our vessel was made a legitimate prize, whilst we of her crew were treated with all the fairness and consideration due us as naval prisoners.
So not much. Is there gonna be a symbol in the water? That'd be cool. The Huns. I know the Huns as a type of Mongolian factor? No, not factor. Fraction? Nope. Factor? Fraction? Factor. Nope. Fuck! Fuck! It's something. My god, my usage of words is just shit today. No. Fuck! Fraction? Fractor? Anyway, I'm broken. Don't pay attention to me. The Huns were Central Asian nomads. Okay, yes, that's what I think. Okay, thank you. Who established a dominion in Europe and invaded the Roman Empire in the 5th century AD. They are known as brutal, deadly warriors and masters of quick raids who also developed powerful composite bows, lassos, and early siege weapons. Jesus, the Romans didn't do very good against blitzkriegs, did they? During World War I, the British used the word Hun as a synonym for Germans in order to emphasize their brutality. Really? I didn't know that. Jesus, fuck. I feel like I'm saying that a lot tonight. However, the term originated when the German Emperor Wilhelm II gave a speech to his troops on the 27th of July, 1900, before they embarked to China. I was about to do a really bad... Anyway, that wouldn't have been correct. Too many videos. Should you encounter the enemy, he will be defeated. No quarter will be given. Prisoners will not be taken. Whoever falls into your hands is forfeit. Just as 1,000 years ago, the Huns under their king Attila the Hun, made a name for themselves. One that even today makes them seem mighty in history and legend. May the name German be affirmed by you in such a way in China that no Chinese will ever again dare to look at a German. I'm not going to say that next word because that is highly racist, and I don't feel like saying that. The refusal to take prisoners was a clear breach of the laws and customs of war adopted during the First Hague Convention, 1899. Jesus, this is really heavy. Thanks, Lovecraft. This is not what I was anticipating. It's not the horror I was looking for.
So liberal, indeed, was the discipline of our captors, that 5 days after we were taken, I managed to escape alone, in a small boat, with water and provisions for a good length of time.
Pixel hunting. I'm not proud of myself. I want to read the next one. Where is it? Yoo-hoo! It's gotta be on the boat somewhere, I guess. Das Boot. Das Dinghy. Alright, I guess not. I can't find it. Damn it.
When I finally found myself adrift and free, I had but little idea of my surroundings. Never a competent navigator, I could only guess vaguely by the sun and stars that I was somewhat south of the equator. Of the longitude, I knew nothing, and no island or coastline was in sight.
Oh, that's not good. That's not what you want to hear. I know little of navigation. Oh, good. So you're fucked. Do I hear seagulls? I heard a seagull. No? Nothing? Alright, well, onward, my friend.
The weather kept fair, and for uncounted days I drifted aimlessly beneath the scorching sun, waiting either for some passing ship or to be cast on the shores of some habitable land.
The return to short stories. Dagon was written in July 1917 and first published in 1919 in The Vagrant, an amateur magazine focused on the supernatural. The story is the first of his stories that introduced an element from the Cthulhu mythos, Dagon itself. A pagan cult worshipping Dagon later appears in The Shadow over Innsmouth, one of Lovecraft's most popular works. 1917 is also the year when he wrote The Tomb, a story about Jervas Dudley, or Jervis Dudley. It's European, so I want to say Jervas, but I don't know. A daydreamer who discovers a mysterious mausoleum in the woods by his house and becomes obsessed with it. Really? Maybe I should practice my reading skills and do like a creepypasta thing. By Tomb, H.P. Lovecraft. Not familiar with that one. I'm sure there's a PDF version of this. Actually, why am I looking for PDF? I have a Lovecraft book in my room. Okay, there it is. I might read this. My colleague and I has kind of discussed today that it's kind of weird that the German military still uses some symbols that were worshipped by the Nazis, and some rituals are still present, even if they are not really related. Yeah, symbols get tricky. Symbols get weird, the older and the longer they're carried, because they can be hijacked. Like the eagle. Here's one that I don't like. It makes me feel weird. I'm Canadian, so my fucking symbol is a fucking maple leaf, okay? You can't get more basic bitch than a fucking leaf. But that German, I call it an iron eagle, but it's not the iron eagle. It's just the eagle that's present, and that's very similar to the eagle from Roman times. It's very similar to the eagle that Americans use. I find it uncomfortable because of that, but it's not like Americans. This doesn't have anything to do. Technically, it doesn't have anything to do with the German eagle at all. But it's in the same pose. But it's been used in Roman times as well, and I think Greek might have had a few times where it was utilized. I know Roman is the primary. I'm trying to recall, but I can't. I know it was equally important. Nordic has a lot of eagle positions, that kind of sort of like that as well. But because of the German influence on that eagle, you kind of have mixed feelings about that eagle in that pose like that, because you just kind of refer to that, just like the swastika. The swastika is ancient. It's before the ancient Greeks, which are one of the most popular ancient cultures. You had like Minoans and in Hindi culture, if you will, and it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's a circle of life, a samsara. It has nothing to do with hate at all. It's quite a beautiful. I actually seen a few Hindi people with like bracelets, and I've seen them with little beads of swastikas with the dots on them. I think that's the easy. It's like the swastika inverted with the dots on 4 dots around them. I think that makes it a little more evident that they're not trying to be insulting, because it's their freaking symbol for thousands of years, but it was polluted, if you will. So it's a weird thing. That symbol doesn't mean that originally, but it certainly does now, and it's not appropriate. So it's very weird. Symbols are so difficult. It's so another one. This one's mine. The pentagram. So I'm pagan. I don't know, what do you call me? Druid, whatever you want to call me. I'm not really Wiccan, but I'm pagan. So the pentagram for me is a seal of like a protection thing. It's just, this is my, like, it's almost like shadow marks from Skyrim, right? This is where I belong. It doesn't mean Satanism, but for sure there are plenty of satanic cults and shit like that that have used and abused the symbol. So for me, something that is homey, is protective and like a quilt of love, like a quilt of love symbolizing all the elements all together, is something used to summon demons. Like, what do you do? If I wear a pentagram on my neck, I'm highly insulting Christians, and I don't mean to at all. It's something that's protective to me. It's not insulting. So that's another. Symbols are just get complicated. Is also the year when the tomb, a story about who comes obsessed with the tomb. These two works mark Lovecraft's return to short stories, writing after he burned most of his attempts at the genre 9 years prior and decided to concentrate on poetry. Lovecraft stated that it was his friend Cook is English, so William Paul Cook, a literary publisher and critic, who convinced him to start writing weird fiction again.
But neither ship nor land appeared, and I began to despair in my solitude upon the heaving vastness of unbroken blue.
I'm going insane. If ever I insult someone, by the way, feel free to come to me and, like, I respect, I know it's not going to happen, people are going to yell at me, but if you want to have a discourse about it, by all means let me know. I'm more open to other people's perspective on things, so if something irks you, please feel free to tell me. I mean absolutely no ill will.
The change happened whilst I slept.
Roman for sure, but we talk about the crosses used. They are based on the crosses used in the Holy Crusade as a medal, but I guess... True, Crow, true. Crosses are so old, though, too. That's legitimately the history of a cross, like a true, like, find it very good ancient history bleeding into modern history of the symbol of that cross. It's incredibly interesting. That's one of my favorite ones, one of my favorite symbols to study, along with the swastika, because it has such an old integral history in so many things. I really like it. Its skip from Roman into Celtic Druid culture is mind-boggling to me. It's absolutely a phenomena how that happened, in my opinion. And the Anglo-Saxons somehow adopted it. It's just it's cool.
Its details I shall never know, for my slumber, though troubled and dream-infested, was continuous.
Why we fish? Why me playing games about tentacles? It's not really avoidable, is it? Oh look, a nautilus.
When at last I awoke, it was to discover myself half sucked into a slimy expanse of hellish black mire, which extended about me in monotonous undulations as far as I could see, and in which my boat lay grounded some distance away. Though one might well imagine that my first sensation would be of wonder at so prodigious and unexpected a transformation of scenery, I was in reality more horrified than astonished. For there was in the air, and in the rotting soil, a sinister quality which chilled me to the very core.
All this can be summed up as, ick. That's how you shorten that.
The region was putrid with the carcasses of decaying fish, and of other, less describable things which I saw protruding from the nasty mud of the unending plain. Perhaps I should not hope to convey in mere words the unutterable hideousness that can dwell in absolute silence and barren immensity.
Ick, ew.
There was nothing within hearing, and nothing in sight, save a vast reach of black slime. Yet the very completeness of the stillness and the homogeneity of the landscape oppressed me with a nauseating fear.
I wouldn't call this homogeneous, but okay.
The sun was blazing down from a sky which seemed to me almost black in its cloudless cruelty, as though reflecting the inky marsh beneath my feet.
Tentacles. Oh my. Hey, Panda. The origins of Dagon. Dagon seems to be inspired by Fishhead, a short novel by Irvin S. Cobb about unnatural affinities between a hybrid idiot. I really don't want to know what that act, because that doesn't sound. Please be a fish. I have a feeling it's not, though. And the strange fish of an isolated lake, supernatural horrors of literature, and Lovecraft's dreams about a strange island emerging from the ocean and him crawling in the ooze that covered its surface. I dreamed that whole hideous crawl, and can yet feel the ooze sucking me down. In defense of Dagon, Lovecraft's interest in the topic stemmed from his aversion to fish. He smells. In his own words. Oh, this is going to be a pompous line about hating fish. I have hated fish and feared the sea and everything connected with it since I was 2 years old. But I cannot recall what earlier experiences gave me such a profound and lasting aversion to the sea and seafood. Hey, Fanta. Dude doesn't like fishies. Oh, the sound.
As I crawled into the stranded
Fuck
boat,
the ocean.
I realized that only one theory could explain my position. Through some unprecedented volcanic upheaval, a portion of the ocean floor must have been thrown to the surface, exposing regions for which innumerable millions of years had lain hidden under unfathomable watery depths. So great was the extent of the new land which had risen beneath me that I could not detect the faintest noise of the surging ocean, straining my ears as I might. Nor were there any seafowl to prey upon the dead things.
That's actually an astute observation. There's no seagulls around, so you're very far from land, but yet land there be. Pulsating land, but land, nonetheless. See you, Crow. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your presence, and have a good night.
For several hours I sat thinking or brooding in the boat, which lay upon its side and afforded a slight shade as the sun moved across the heavens. As the day progressed, the ground lost some of its stickiness and seemed likely to dry sufficiently for traveling purposes in a short time. That night I slept but little. And the next day I made for myself a pack containing food and water, preparatory to an overland journey in search of the vanished sea and possible rescue.
Hi, I just want to keep waving to him. How you doing?
On the third morning, I found the soil dry enough to walk upon with ease.
As a native of Innsmouth. Oh, true. If you think of the native as of Innsmouth in that way, yes, that's a very good. Look at you! I didn't know you knew so much about Lovecraft. That's awesome. That's genuinely awesome. I love that.
The odor of the fish was maddening, but I was too much concerned with graver things to mind so slight an evil, and set out boldly for an unknown goal.
A stench is evil. Cute. Or a hiking in goo.
All day I forged steadily westward, guided by a faraway hummock which rose higher than any other elevation on the rolling desert.
Guided by a faraway hummock? I know what a hammock is, but what is a hummock? A hummock. A hill, knoll, or mount. You could have just said a fucking hill. It's a hill. I really want to see what this looks like in VR. It looks like shit. Looks like big lobster crab legs. A humpback whale? Blue whale? One of the two, I think. I'm not the best at whales. It's not a sperm whale, that's all I know. And dog do. Oh.
That night,
Oh, dog
I
do
encamped,
stinks.
and on the following day still travelled toward the hummock, though that object seemed scarcely nearer than when I had first espied it.
Huh? The horrors of the ocean. Okay, this is a true fear of mine. I'm not afraid of too many things. Mirrors I don't like at all. I don't like static. And I don't like deep ocean. Thalassophobia. I hate the deep ocean. It scares the crap out of me. Something that genuinely, like, doesn't matter how many times I watch it, it scares the fuck out of me. I love sharks. But you know when you see the sharks like, da-da, this is my imitation here, da-da, slowly, and you can start seeing its nose, its teeth, its body. Yet that action of slowly appearing in dark ocean literally scares the fuck out of me, because you're a sitting duck. What are you gonna do, like flail? That genuinely terrifies me. So I understand the horrors of the ocean. Horrors of infinity, not so much, but the horrors of the deep ocean, I'm right with that dude. The creator of the Cthulhu mythos and the fictional underwater city of, okay, I pronounce it Briley, was convinced that life could not exist at the bottom of the ocean because the water pressure would make it uninhabitable. We know that's absolute bullshit now. Things like the sea bear. Oh shit, what's that bear called? It's a microorganism. It's very small. Oh my god. How do I not know its name or its scientific name? No, a cordyceps is a mushroom. Anyway, we know there's a creature, something bear, that can even be ejected into space and live in the vacuum of space for at least a short duration of time. So that we know is bullshit. And the heating vents actually seem to create more life too. It's very interesting, that study. Mariana's Trench. That I want to watch a documentary on that. There's a few documentaries I haven't. No, it's not a sea monkey. It's called. Oh, let me get the word for you. Survive space. What's it called? A tardigrade. That's what I was thinking. Anyway, its scientific name is a tardigrade. Like a TARDIS, but a tardigrade. Its nickname is some sort of bear, I believe. It's like colloquial name. I thought it had like a bear name to it. I can't seem to find it. Maybe I'm imagining this. A water bear. That's what it is. Known colloquially as a water bear. It's microscopic, it's very small, and it can survive pressures in space. It's a very interesting creature to study also. Water bear was what I was looking for. I failed at that. A water bear, yes, jackpots. Today we know that the darkest depths of the ocean are home to many peculiar organisms. The deepest dwelling fish we have discovered so far, the Mariana snailfish, can live about 8,000 meters, more than 26,000 feet below the ocean's surface, in never-ending darkness and at hellishly crushing pressures, hundreds of times stronger than those around at sea level. Sorry, I saw something I thought in the background. Upon glancing at the modern photos of deep-sea creatures, such as the anglerfish, terrifying, fangtooth, fucking terrifying, and the viperfish, also scary, and they're truly, and they're truly Lovecraftian characteristics. It's hard not to find some irony in this. That is true. I do love deep sea creatures. They scare the crap out of me though. Like the Glob Fish. I'm sure you guys have seen memes about it. It's a big meme. It's a pink fish with a giant ass nose, and because it lives in such deep pressures underwater, it has its own form deep under pressure. But when it rises, either death or by fishing, it turns into a glob. So it's been the subject of very many mean memes. But that's an example of what the pressure can do. Variances. I'm in a nerdy mood today. Sorry, guys. I'm reading too much. It's starting to show. I start spouting nonsense when I read too much. Sorry.
By the fourth evening, I attained the base of the mound, which turned out to be much higher than it had appeared from a distance. An intervening valley setting it out in sharper relief from the general surface. Too weary to ascend, I slept in the shadow of the hill.
Translation: oh shit, that's big. I'm not climbing that today.
I know not why my dreams were so wild that night.
I didn't sleep well.
But ere the waning and fantastically gibbous moon had risen far above the eastern plain, I was awake in a cold perspiration, determined to sleep no more.
Can't go to sleep, man.
Such visions as I had experienced were too much for me to endure again. And in the glow of the moon I saw how unwise I had been to travel by day. Without the glare of the parching sun, my journey would have cost me less energy.
You just discovered that 4 days into your travels?
Indeed, I now felt quite able to perform the ascent which had deterred me at sunset. Picking up my pack, I started for the crest of the eminence.
Some nonsensical bullshit. Okay, that's the pack. Hello, floppy-eared one. The loner. Oh, you're talking about me, are you? Contrary to popular opinion, Lovecraft was not an ever frowning, eccentric, grumpy loner. He considered himself to be a person who appreciated humor. Moreover, he would often meet with friends in his apartment or at various cafes in Brooklyn and Manhattan. At times, his social life was so intensive, his work would suffer for months. There was a point when he finally decided he needed to put an end to daily meetings and loitering in New York cafeterias and resorted to hiding at home and reading with the main room light turned off, pretending he wasn't there whenever a friend knocked on his door. He also had another method of deterring his guests, which involved greeting them in a bathrobe with an unmade bed visible in the background and piles of papers scattered across the floor. Okay. I say go away.
I have said that the unbroken monotony of the rolling plain was a source of vague horror to me.
Everything's horror. Can't hold back. There's a really creasy... creepy documentary about the dive in the marriage. It describes the noises they heard. If you know the link, documentaries are my absolute thing. I watch way too many of them. That being said, if you know a good one, let me know. If you know the title of it, let me know, Just Crow. I will gladly watch it. I fucking love documentaries. And Mariana's Trench is one that's really hard to find good documentaries on. I find it... I need a tinfoil hat. I'm gonna make a tinfoil hat for you guys. Let me put that on my list of things to do. I need to put a tinfoil hat. When I do tinfoil hat theories, it's mostly for fun. I don't necessarily believe in anything I'm saying. I just find it curious. So tinfoil hat time. Why haven't we searched the bottom of the oceans at all? Why don't we know anything about what's in the fucking water? We're traveling space of contemplated quantum time, but yet we can't look at the bottom of the oceans? Is Riley really down there? Taking off the tinfoil hat now. Hey, Mo, better than you. How you doing? Insane pressures, but we have cameras that can go down to those pressures. I don't know. Maybe it's... Okay, with the tinfoil hat off, maybe it's just that it's so expensive and that the rich people don't see the point in looking under the water. To me, they could find a resource or something under there. I don't know, but maybe that's why it's too expensive for them. Could be that. I am doing well. Really enjoying the time. Weather, it's fucking All Hallows in 2 days? 1 day, so yeah.
But I think my horror was greater when I gained the summit of the mound and looked down the other side into an immeasurable pit or canyon.
We fucked.
Whose black recesses the moon had not yet soared high enough to illumine. I felt myself on the edge of the world.
Yeah, I can't see.
Peering over the rim into a fathomless chaos of eternal night.
Oh, there's nothing. It's the Spartan hole.
Through my terror ran curious reminiscences of Paradise Lost.
Paradise Lost. Who's the author of that book? Anyway, it's about the fall of Satan. It's a very good book. I actually like that one quite a bit.
And of Satan's hideous climb through the unfashioned realms of darkness.
I got that one right.
As the moon climbed higher in the sky, I began to see that the slopes of the valley were not quite so perpendicular as I had imagined.
So we can maybe crawl down them. That's the most likely. Yeah, tinfoil hat off. That's probably the most likely option. Sure. Crow, if you do find it, let me know. Obviously, I'll appreciate it. Okay, let's see if there's anything to spy here. I will be playing DBD tonight, Dead by Daylight. I just got a little sidetracked for some reason.
Ledges and outcroppings of rock afforded fairly easy footholds for a descent. Whilst after a drop of only a few hundred feet, the declivity became very gradual.
It's not too steep that we can climb it.
Urged on by an impulse which I cannot definitely analyze, I scrambled with difficulty down the rocks and stood on the gentler slope beneath.
What's that? Yeah, sure, Jackpots. Anyone who wants to play with me, we're going to test it out. Anybody who wants to play DBD with me when I do hop on it, which I'm guessing in another 20 minutes max, probably. If you want to hop on with it for now as a test, yeah, definitely. Declivity. I know, right? Declivity, just like a mwah word, like.
Gazing into the Stygian deeps, where no light had yet penetrated.
The Stygian deeps, very
All
nice
at
as well.
Once, my attention was captured by a vast and singular object on the opposite slope, which rose steeply about 100 yards ahead of me. An object that gleamed whitely in the newly bestowed rays of the ascending moon.
I'm not a huge fan of poetry, probably because I'm so straight to the point, barbaric, and just like I like going straight to the point. But there are some like poetry and like fluffy language that I can appreciate. I'm just not usually a poetry gal. I'm a straight shooter. Just tell me in English. Colloquial English. I say that, but like the Dune book. I was actually surprised how much of the Dune book has got really nice language too. I have to play with humans. Yeah, I know, Jackpots. We don't like to play with humans. I understand. I understand the pains. I'm right with you.
That it was merely a gigantic piece of stone, I soon assured myself.
It looks like a portal. There's a slight curve. It depends on the curve.
But but I was conscious of a distinct impression that its contour and position were not altogether the work of nature. A closer scrutiny filled me with sensations I cannot express.
I love, by the way, a little, since we're talking about language, which is so going to be interesting, when people say that it's not the work of nature, I know what they're referring to, but we are still a part of nature. I know we have a tendency to think ourselves outside. It's just, I love when we write, like, it wasn't natural, and it wasn't a natural edifice or something like that, but yet we created it, and we are natural creatures, unless you want to put the tinfoil hat back on and want to think of aliens, but which would still be natural. So it's always funny when we have a tendency to think of ourselves aside out of everything. It's kind of, anyway, pointless dribble. Tinfoil hat off. I need to make a tinfoil hat. Is there a Canadian hat I can think of? A toque! A tinfoil toque! I gotta make myself a tinfoil toque. It's on my list of to-do.
Its enormous magnitude and its position in an abyss which had yawned at the bottom of the sea since the world was young, I perceived beyond a doubt that the strange object was a well-shaped monolith, whose massive bulk had known the workmanship and perhaps the worship of living and thinking creatures. Dazed and frightened, yet not without a certain thrill of the scientist's or archaeologist's delight, I examined my surroundings more closely.
That's a pretty rock. Let's go worship that pretty rock. Oh, I don't know if I'm tired. I think I slept too much today. The part 1 was good for the new Dune movie. Oh yeah, you went to go see it. I hope you liked it. I have to watch the original Dune, because I heard it was good. We go into the ground, and if it weren't for coffins, we'd be in the dirt naturally. Massive. I actually don't like coffins. I'm 100%. I'm getting cremated. I don't want to take up more room than I have to, thank you. Ashes.
The moon, now near the zenith, shone weirdly and vividly above the towering steeps that
That's a little
hemmed in the
creepy.
chasm, and revealed the fact that a far-flung body of water flowed at the bottom, winding out of sight in both directions and almost lapping my feet as I stood on the slope. Across the chasm, the wavelets washed the base of the Cyclopean monolith.
Oh Lord, what a pretentious sentence. Oh, by the gods, across the chasm, the wavelets washed the base of a Cyclopean monolith. All to say there's one monolith. One big rock. There's waves at the bottom of the one big rock in front of us. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm just giggly. Sorry. It is beautiful. I really like it. It's just...
on whose surface I could now trace both inscriptions and crude sculptures.
It looks like there's like 4 heads and like a body at the bottom. Like the body's there and there's like 4 heads. It actually is kind of creepy. My god, chinchillas, don't start scaring me too now. Creepy, no, disturbing? Maybe that's the appropriate word since we're using fluffy language. One big rectangle. Big rock. It's a big rock. Let's go see the big rock. What wrong could happen?
The writing was in a system of hieroglyphics unknown to me and unlike anything I'd ever seen in books.
Yeah, you haven't seen shells? There are some things that you can have seen in books before.
Consisting for the most part of conventionalized aquatic symbols such as fishes.
See? Who's being dramatic now?
Crustaceans, mollusks, whales, and the like. Several characters obviously represented marine things which are unknown to the modern world.
Yeah.
But whose decomposing forms I had observed on the ocean-risen plain.
Oh.
It was the pictorial carving, however, that did most to hold me spellbound.
Storytelling methods. Dagon contains many themes and storytelling methods that Lovecraft developed in his later works, such as telling the story through carvings at the Mountains of Madness, the Nameless City, journals and character notes, which I hated. Oh, I had a hard time. Maybe I just have to read more of his stuff, but his journals are hard. Even Bram Stoker, Dracula, is a journal, is a diary entry technically, and that's not my favorite way of reading a book. I don't know why. Maybe it's too like closed off. You can only see so much. It's not my favorite way to read things. The Shadow Out of Time, The Hunter of the Dark. I must have a book. I'm sure I have the black book with the octopus on the cover, with the gold leafing on the side of the book. I'll have to check. Pretty sure I do. Islands emerging from the ocean, The Call of Cthulhu, or original beings and deities based on real events and mythologies. Migo in The Whispering in the Darkness. It's also considered the origin of the popular Cthulhu mythos. Some of Lovecraft's other stories also concluded in a manner similar to Dagon, but let's skip the details in order not to spoil the ending. Thank you. Unsettling, yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have that book. I'd have to check. I'm now curious and I want to read some stuff. Damn it, everything's making me want to read more. I have a story time. So what do we have here? We have like a Cthulhu. Yeah, we have Cthulhu's face right here. We've got his massive guns right there. You got his wings. So it's Cthulhu. Our Dark Lord and Savior. That's, I don't know, that's some sort of hentai thing going on. Is that Dagon there? I don't know too many of the visuals because it gets really complicated on what the gods look like. That's obviously this, I don't know.
Plainly visible across the intervening water on account of their enormous size were an array of bas-reliefs whose subjects would have excited the envy of a doré. I think that these things were supposed to depict men, at least a certain sort of men, though the creatures were shown disporting like fishes in the waters of some marine grotto, or paying homage at some monolithic shrine, which appeared to be under the waves as well. Of their faces and forms I dare not speak in detail.
So is this a cosmogony?
For the mere remembrance makes me grow faint. Grotesque beyond the imagination of a Poe or a Bulwer.
This is cool. Imaginations of a Poe. I'm gonna guess he's talking about Edgar Allan Poe, and Bulwer, I'm not familiar with that. This is cool.
They were damnably human in general outline, despite webbed hands and feet, shockingly wide and flabby lips, glassy, bulging eyes, and other features less pleasant to recall. Curiously enough, they seemed to have been chiseled badly out of proportion with their scenic background. For one of the creatures was shown in the act of killing a whale, represented as a little larger than himself.
No, dude, that's legitimately the size of it. That's not drawn badly. That's just how big the fucker is. But you keep yourself in denial.
I remarked, as I say, their grotesqueness and strange size, but in a moment decided that they were merely the imaginary gods of some primitive fishing or seafaring tribe. Some tribe whose last descendant had perished eras before the first ancestor of the Piltdown or Neanderthal man was born.
I don't think it looks like so. Dude, when have you seen something from that time period? Anything draw like this? You stay in denial. I can't look up. Shit. It kind of looked like people were, like, leaving their bodies from this. I don't know. Skyrim Black Books. No, I want to read the Lust the Argonian. Is Skyrim something, like, we've all seen, genuine question. You guys can also leave me the messages in Discord if you want. I'm going to pose the question. Actually, I should just do it now. In Discord, our Discord server. Would you guys even be interested in me playing Skyrim anymore? I know we've all seen it a billion times, but I will be getting the new edition. Don't hate me for it. Are you guys even interested in seeing it? Probably not, because you've seen it so many times. But if you are, let me know. Cyrus, are you trying to remind me to play DBD in a subtle way? Haha! Funny. Scary game. No, we're playing scary games. Hey, don't take over my titles! What are you doing? We're here for you. Aw, Panda, thank you so much.
Awestruck at this unexpected glimpse into a past beyond the conception of the most daring anthropologist, I stood musing whilst the moon cast queer reflections on the silent channel before me.
Just in case anyone doesn't know, queer in this case is bizarre. It's the old meaning of the word queer, which, anyway, that's a whole other can of worms. We're not getting in that.
Then, suddenly, I saw it.
Where? Oh. Oh, yes! What's there? Oh, I'm so glad I'm not doing this in VR.
With only a slight churning to mark its rise to the surface, the
what
thing
is it?
slid into view above the dark waters. Famous-like and loathsome, it darted like a stupendous monster of nightmares to the monolith, about which it flung its gigantic scaly arms, while it bowed its hideous head and gave vent to certain measured sounds.
It's not very Cthulhu-like. I mean, Lovecraftian-like.
I think I went mad then.
I think I went mad then.
Of my frantic ascent of the slope and cliff, and of my delirious journey back to the stranded boat, I remember little. I believe I sang a great deal and laughed oddly when I was unable to sing. I have indistinct recollections of a great storm sometime after I reached the boat. At any rate, I know that I heard pearls of thunder and other tones which nature utters only in her wildest moods.
She pissed.
When I came out of the shadows, I was in a San Francisco hospital, brought thither by the captain of the American ship which had picked up my boat in mid-ocean. In my delirium, I had said much, but found that my words had been given scant attention. Of any land upheaval in the Pacific, my rescuers knew nothing. Nor did I deem it necessary to insist upon a thing which I knew they could not believe.
The atheist doesn't believe, a person who doesn't believe in God or any godlike creatures. Agnostics are people who don't believe in God per se in the way it's believed, but might believe in something else, nondescript, or what language eludes describing. Lovecraft considered himself an atheist, an absolute materialist, which he attributed partly to his early childhood interest in astronomy and science in general. In his own words, I am indeed an absolute materialist so far as actual belief goes, with not a shred of credence in any form of supernaturalism, which is bizarre for what he wrote. Religion, spiritualism, transcendentalism, metapsychosis, or immortality. All I say is that I think it is damned unlikely that anything like a central cosmic will, a spirit world, or an eternal survival of personality exists. They are the most preposterous and unjustified of all the guesses which can be made about the universe. Really? And I am not enough of a hair splitter to pretend that I don't regard them as errant and negligible moonshine. In theory, I am an agnostic, merci, but pending the appearance of radical evidence, I must be classified partially and provisionally as an atheist. A lot of atheists, in my opinion, having been in that group for a long time, just say they're atheists because they don't want... You don't want to be bulked in the God group. Some people get either angry at God, whatever you want to call it, but they don't want to be bulked into that, so they just call themselves atheists. But they do believe in something, and they just end up thinking it just can't be God. So I think he treaded that fine line of agnostic versus atheist. But again, I don't know much about him. I'm just basing this off of what I have in front of me. Oh, have a good dinner, Panda. I'm jealous. I'm actually really hungry. I'm really off the lake. You're cute, Crow. Have a good night. The journalist. Lovecraft was a prominent figure in the world of amateur journalism. In 1915, he started publishing his own journal called The Conservative, which included political and social commentary, poetry, short stories, and literary criticism written by him and other authors. Howard was a skilled wordsman, but he also took criticism to heart, which resulted in his decision to step away from writing poetry and concentrate on weird fiction again. For the first time since his teenage years, Dagon, published in 1919, is one of the short stories written during that period. Yeah, poetry's a vicious world. The fine line between good, and I say this, I don't believe this in one bit, but it's just like art. The fine line between good art, or good poetry, and bad poetry is extraordinarily subjective. It's really, really subjective. Yeah. And if you take things to heart, which a poet almost naturally would do, because that's the way they express themselves, and they're leaving a lot of themselves out when they write, it can be tough. It's just like art. It's so subjective. Like, I'm an artist, and I do absolutely believe that for their own purposes, like the abstract art, and I mean that just like in like the dots, where they have the fucking red dots and a black line through it. I do think that art has a place. I absolutely think it's therapeutic. I think it has its thing, and if someone else likes it, cool. But to say that it has infinite meaning, I don't know. I don't buy that one too much, but yeah. It has meaning to the person. I don't know if it has transcendental meaning to others, but maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe I just don't get it. In this example excerpt from The Conservative, the master of horror fiction explains his attitude towards warfare and the idea of world peace. Oh god, I can't imagine that's too late. Alright, well, here's a bleak view. Why any sane human being can believe in the possibility of universal peace is more than the conservative can fathom. Should the entire civilized world agree simultaneously to disarm, one or more nations would undoubtedly retain secret armaments and at the proper time take advantage of their more altruistic and less astute contemporaries in a wild career of conquest against unarmed victims. No country is or ever can be above warfare until the basic impulse of the human animal shall have miraculously changed. You know, I don't actually disagree with him wholly in this one. Can't even English anymore. Your usage, Crow, of emotes there, it's a work of art in and of itself. Can't even English anymore. In defense of Dagon. In 1921, Lovecraft released a series of 3 essays. The defense reopens. The defense reopens. The defense remains open, and the final words. Later published as a collection titled In Defense of Dagon, in which he rebuked a series of criticisms directed at his work. Some notable quotes. I paint what I dream, and will let the public settle the rest amongst themselves. Mr. Monday asks the raison d'être of Dagon, so the reason to be of Dagon. I'll give it, purely and simply to reproduce a mood. Its object is the simplest in all art, portrayal. The physical horrors of war, no matter how extreme and unprecedented, hardly have a bearing on the entirely different realm of supernatural terror. Ghosts are still ghosts. The mind can get more thrills from unrealities than from realities. In the essays, Lovecraft thoughts upon the topics of atheism, materialism, the quest for truth, and the love of science. I want to see how well we did. Is your opinion changing, Jackpots? Anything on the cross? By the way, this is a very I'm not going to go into it. Never mind.
Once I sought out a celebrated ethnologist.
A celebrated ethnologist, so where things come from. Someone who studies where things come from?
And amused him with peculiar questions regarding the ancient Philistine legend of Dagon, the fish god.
The fish god! Dagon. Dagon was the main deity of the Philistines, worshipped throughout the Middle East as the ancient god of fertility and crops. In Hebrew, the word Dagon was a common noun for grain. The rulers of Akkad, Mesopotamia, some of this, chose him as the patron saint of their war conquests. He also appeared as the judge of the dead in an Assyrian poem and an underworld prison warder in one of the Babylonian texts. Take this with a grain of salt, because I think this thing is taking a lot of generalization, or maybe it's completely wrong. I never heard Dagon, but I could be wrong. I didn't specialize in that. Akkad, Mesopotamia. Anyway, he is often mistakenly taken for a fish god due to the wrong interpretation of his name, as in Hebrew the word dog means fish. In H.P. Lovecraft's works, Dagon is an underwater deity ruling over the deep ones, a humanoid race with fish traits that reside in the oceans. He is worshipped by a secret cult called the Esoteric Order of Dagon. Just a random bust chilling. Okay, so one second. I don't believe Dagon actually is Philistine, but I could be. It was with an A, right? Dagon. Okay, so they got that from the passage we just read was from the Encyclopedia Britannica. Was Semitic god of crop fertility, worshipped extensively throughout the Middle East. Dagon was the Hebrew and Ugaritic, I knew it in French. Ugaritic common noun for grain, and the god Dagon was legendary in plow. An important temple of Samra in the Palestine, okay, where he was particularly known as the god of the Philistines. He has several sanctuaries, including the Beth Dagon and Ashdod. Dagon was apparently second in importance only to El. Gee, I know El very well, the supreme god, although his function as god of vegetation seems to be transferred to Baal by the 1500s before the Common Era. It gets so, pardon my terms, it gets so clusterfucky at that time. Because although we have writings, the gods keep being shared and changed. But anyway, okay, cool. Cool. So, yeah, this is very Assyrian, Mesopotamian art. Cool. Didn't know he was an actual god. Or in an actual mythos.
Perceiving that he was hopelessly conventional, I did not press my inquiries.
The Necronomicon. Necronomicon is the collection of H.P. Lovecraft's books. August Derleth and the Cthulhu Mythos. August Derleth was an American writer and anthologist. He also befriended Lovecraft and published many of his works throughout his company, Arkham House. Although he greatly contributed to the popularization of the author's work after his death, he is surrounded by numerous controversies. One of his most questionable decisions involved introducing the good versus evil doctrine. Derleth was a devout Catholic to the Cthulhu mythos, which contrasted with Lovecraft's view of the world and his approach to cosmic horror. As a result, the author's works are often misunderstood and misinterpreted in today's culture. It is also worth noting that Lovecraft was never really interested in creating a mythology, and the term Cthulhu mythos was coined by Derleth after the author left the mortal plane. Because the creatures are so much more beyond us, we would never understand what good or bad is to them anyway, right? The Marketeer. Lovecraft's attempt to find a job in 1925 were influenced by advice he received from friends, among others, and that's very much like Tesla. Anyway, that's another good documentary. Anything about Nikola Tesla? Awesome. Among others, he started freelancing for a marketing magazine where he would write announcements and commercials. Feel free to judge his copyright skills for yourself. From an ad from the Curtis Woodwork. Curtis Woodwork embraces both the usual structural units and the cleverness, contrivances, so against what is ahead, of built-in or permanent furniture such as bookcases, dresses, buffets, and cupboards. Every model is conceived and created with the purest art, ripest scholarship, and mellowest craftsmanship with energetic enterprise can command, and made to conform rigidly to the architecture of each particular type of home. The cost, considering the quality, is amazingly low. Jesus fuck. And a trademark on the individual pieces prevents any substitution by careless contractors. Oh lord. Well then, tell us what you really think. And can anyone say propaganda? Okay. Whoa. Whoa, I don't know what happened there. Okay, why am I approaching this clock? Okay, there has to be something here. Nothing? Really? Okay, well then. Onward.
It is at night, especially when the moon is gibbous and waning, that I see the thing. I tried morphine, but the drug has given only transient surcease, and has drawn me into its clutches as a hopeless slave.
Transient surcease. Love that. Beautiful.
So now, I am to end it all, having written a full account for the information or the contemptuous amusement of my fellow men.
Lovecraft on tobacco and alcohol. Lovecraft hated tobacco. Even though he used to smoke when he was 12, in order to look and feel like an adult, in his correspondence with friends Reinhard Kleiner, he claims that he quit as soon as he started wearing long pants. In England, and I guess in other parts of Europe too, boys wore shorts. I don't know why. I don't know the reason for any of it. I just know that that's a thing. Like, I think I read it with the royal family or whatever. Their son, current youngest boy of William and Kate or whatever, only wears shorts for whatever reason. I don't know. He also had a very strong opinion about alcohol. His evidence by his letter to Zalia Brown, dated 13th February 1928. As for the matter of drinking, I have never tasted intoxicating liquor and never intend to, having a strong aesthetic disgust at anything which blunts or coarsens the delicate and natural equipoise. It's French, equipoise, the equilibrium also, of the evolved human intellect and imagination. Drinking excited my personal repugnance. Hence, I don't drink. Let the herd do what they will. Oh, let the sheep do it. I am rather in favor of prohibition. The prohibition of any one antisocial force as well as of any other. Yeah, prohibition doesn't work. But cute, but it doesn't work. Alright, to hell we go.
Often, I ask myself if it could not all have been a pure phantasm. A mere freak of fever, as I lay sun-stricken and raving in the open boat, after my escape from the German man-of-war. This I ask myself, but ever does there come before me a hideously vivid vision in reply.
Come on, give us one more monster before we leave.
I cannot think of the deep sea without
Oh no, don't send me in the water.
Things that may at this
No!
moment be crawling on its slimy bed.
Don't send me in the water.
Worshipping their ancient stone idols and carving their own detestable likenesses on submarine obelisks.
I don't like it. Oh, I hate it.
I dream of a day when they may rise above the billows to drag down into their reeking talons the remnants of puny, war-exhausted mankind.
I'm so glad I don't have this on VR.
Of a day when the land shall sink and the dark ocean shall ascend amidst universal pandemonium.
Well, I hated that. I can't really do much here. Ah!
The end is near. I hear a noise at the door, as of some immense slippery body lumbering against it.
Knock, knock. You can't come in. Well, you can come in, but I refuse you entry. Sounds so squishy. Okay, there's nothing. Oh my god, dude, get sheets on your bed.
It shall not find me.
I think it already did. What's behind the door?
God, that hand. The window. The window.
Ooh. From Madness to Oblivion achievement. Thank you. We hope you enjoyed immersing yourself in our little pool of cosmic horror. We would appreciate if you took a moment to rate Dagon and check out the other games and DLC. Oh, it hasn't come out yet. Planned release is Q4 of 2021 or Q1 of 2022. VR supported. I'm pretty sure all this was free. 1 second. Let's see how many we got to. I'm pretty sure, again, this was all free. Dagon. Yeah, so if you guys want to check it out, Dagon, just Dagon, D-A-G-O-N, is available on Steam for free. It has VR support. That's crazy for... So yeah, the Eldritch Box DLC is available. The content requires the Dagon game. So there's DLC that you can add. This is called the Eldritch Box. It's $5 right now, Canadian. The Eldritch Box contains ebook versions of Dagon, several formats, ebook versions of Fishhead, audiobooks. Okay, so that's just like material. The Little Glass Bottle is another DLC that's coming out, the one I just said. About the content. I am John Jones, who writes this letter. My ship is fast sinking. With a treasure on board, I am where it is marked on the enclosed chart. Indian Ocean, X, Australia. It's a really primitive map. Join Captain William Jones and his party of men on a treasure hunt adventure. Little Glass Bottle is the second official DLC for Dagon, based on the first surviving story by the master of the weird fiction writer when he was 7 years old. Take some rest from cosmic horror and eldritch underwater beings and experience the other, more humorous side of young H.P. Lovecraft. Does this team have anything else? Bit Golem is the team. Ultimate Fishing. They've... Oh, the irony above this all. Okay, so this team that made this game has like 15 VR games about fishing. The irony. Oh, please tell me you can fish, Cthulhu. Oh, that's so funny. And the games are very cheap, so looks like a cool company. Is there a way to practice killers with bots? Sadly, no. You have to do it the hard way. Yeah, so that's the one thing. There's no buffer. You have to keep practicing with real people. And what's the other one? The Eldritch Box. Yeah, it's really cool. I really, really enjoyed that. How much did we get now? We only missed... Oh, okay, no, we missed them from 1, 2, 3, 4. We missed 4 of them. That's not that bad. I think we did really good. We missed the last one. I was afraid of that. Damn it. Oh, the Tale of Herring Lake. That's the one I wanted to check out. Tales of Herring Lake. Welcome to Tales of Herring Lake, where your favorite Sunday fishing show meets Alfred Hitchcock. Grab your gear and start shaping your story. Oh, that's a cute pike. That's cool. Planned release coming soon. Aw, there's no date. About the game. Rise and shine, campers. It's time to crack open a cold one, cast your hook, and wait for the fish to come. The lake may look sleepy on the surface, but trust us, you just need to peer into the murky waters if you choose to. Welcome to Tales of Herring Lake, where your favorite Sunday fishing show meets Alfred Hitchcock. Could grab your fishing gear and start shaping your story. Tales of Herring is a narrative-driven mystery/fishing game taking place in a real time, where you decide how the story will unfold. Do you fancy yourself more a detective or a fisherman? Do you wish to unravel the mystery of strange objects floating in the water, explore the noise coming from the nearby cave, or maybe mind your own business, enjoy the view, and try to catch some big fish? Either way, remember that the world won't wait for you, and not making a decision is also a decision. Features an immersive real-time system. Decide what to choose on a given day. Choose your playstyle, make choices, and see how they shape the story. Immerse yourself. That's cool. No date though, which sucks. That looks like an awesome game. Well, that was fun. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too. Alright. Now, give me a second and we're going to head off to Dead by Daylight. I'm just going to switch the camera for a second though, because I don't know. I don't know what's going to pop up. Ooh. Change the thingy too, the title. I'm bad at that. Are you gonna start anytime soon? There we go. Jesus, that takes a while. While this game decides to load, I'm just gonna go wash him. I'll be right back. The Stranger Things DLC. Good thing you're grabbing that, because I think it's disappearing soon if it's not already. I'm just making a tea, guys. My throat's a little off because of the weather change. Nancy is especially useful for the Stranger Things content. Hence the purchase. Yeah, I think it's on sale too. So if anybody has DLC, Dead by Daylight, you might want to purchase the Stranger Things stuff because they lose the licensing. Because I'm pretty sure the next season's coming out next month or the month after that. So they lose the licensing, I think, is what's going on. I think that's what it was. Good man. That's probably the safe way to approach it with me, Jackboss. Let's be honest here. Oh, meant to ask also, is my background with the tentacle, like not this one, but like this one? I like the tentacles, obviously. That's obviously why I put it there. But is it very obtrusive? Is it like overly obnoxious? Because I can change this around after Halloween. I don't know if I'm just like in the way all the time or if it doesn't really matter. I just saw tentacles and I couldn't help myself. What was I gonna ask in our Discord again? I was gonna ask... Shit. What was I gonna ask? It did block some of the text in the last game. Yeah, okay, I'll keep this on till the end of Halloween and then we'll switch it up because as much as I like the tentacles, I know it's really in your face. That's what I knew. I should have taken 2 seconds to actually write in Discord what I wanted to write. Balls. Alright, I'm gonna go make my tea. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Everything's good, everything's ready to go. Right. Got ourselves our team. Okay. Tangled Triumph. Finish repairing 2 Tangled generators. Tangled generators appear at the Midnight Grove event. Hit a survivor with a weapon. Finish repairing 2 Tangled generators. Midnight Grove event. I'm not 100% sure what that event is yet, so. Boo bong. Oh, boo bong. Bing bong boo. Unlock 2 chests. Heal a total of 2 health states. Okay, we gotta do that. I need the boo. Get a great result at skill checks. Complete this challenge. There's Michaela. I don't have her yet. Damn it. I might purchase her. We'll see. I really want her. Who do I have? Oh, I pretty much have. Oh, I do have Nancy. Kate. Okay, let's see here. Okay. What does our loadout look like? Oh. Yeah, there's a few characters I wish they would have added. There's a few misses that they could have done, but... No! Come back. No, I want the loadout. There we are. So we have Spine Chill. Oh, people are going to come after me. Each time you complete a totem cleanse, if you are already hiding inside a locker, heal. So do a totem, you heal. You can see your own scratch marks, but you walk 20% faster. Oh, I'm so behind on the meta. What's our compendium thing? Repair 2. Life. Ooh, let me know how it goes, jackpots. Do I have borrowed time here? Do I have borrowed time? I don't have borrowed time. Really? I'll have to get that. Alright, well, this is what we're rocking. It's definitely not the best, but... I might buy Michaela, because I really, really want her. Use those perks. Yes, Cyrus. He helped me grind out my character, so that's why he's like backseat driving. I wanted specific perks and I didn't have the time to go through them. So thank you, Cyrus. Oh, the tea's so good. I really want Michaela. Wow, looking for a match. I did not anticipate how long it would take. Luckily, we have tea. I need to find... I think I'm going to peruse itch.io, itch.io, which is not like Steam, but kind of like Steam. I think we're going to look for some more horror games on there for tomorrow. Because those were fun. Although Dagon was on Steam, but that's neither here nor there. Woot? More horror games? What? As in horror games? You have been waiting for me to play this fucking game all night, haven't you? I bet you came into the stream and were like, she's playing, he doesn't like the boring horror games. Ah, friends. Probably like, ah, boring. Boring. When are you gonna be on DVD? Oh, so good. Only problem is I'm used to playing this with music. Why did you remove the ban on Nightbot? You better fix it or we're gonna have a war on banning Nightbot. Because Nightbot wasn't behaving. Nightbot was a bitch, and I couldn't get her to, like, do what I wanted to, so we banned her ass. She annoyed the fuck out of me. For example, if people put, like, 3 emotes, that was spamming emotes. Like, come on. Nightbot has a stick up her ass. So I couldn't figure out how to change her, so... Cyrus banned Nightbot. Besides, I can handle the chat right now. When I figured I'd come asking for more help from you when the chat actually became unmanageable, like when we actually picked up pace, but right now, touch wood, the chat is very manageable. Even by my lonesome. No, because the Steel Series ad that I have works all the same, even without Nightbot. Anyway, I'll message you about it tomorrow. I need a few, like, adjustments done to the thing anyway, so. I'll bug your ace tomorrow. Okay, let me just remember here. Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry guys, it's been a bit. Jesus, you walk so much faster with that perk. Oh shit, he's right there. Also, if anybody knows any good music sites that are copyright free, let me know. I desperately want... Oh, you fucktard! Jesus! Why do I have a health pack when I have Nancy perks on? So many questions. Oh, good. A direct exchange. Brilliant. Okay, so he's camping. Which means if I fuck up, it's insta-death. True. Look at you, you thought of everything. Thank you, Cyrus. I do not know this map at all. I'm guessing this is the Resident Evil one. Oh, we have to get the jack-o'-lanterns, right? No. Excuse me. Oh. It's right in front of me! Yay! I feel like a fish out of water in this game now. Jesus, they've changed quite a bit. Yeah, I'm not liking this map. That whole section over here, like the one I just visited, looked like it could be removed. I don't even know what's on the other side. I can't believe how behind I am. It's been so long. Don't even. Don't even. I want the witch girl! Damn it! It's lost my attention. Even like where the icons are on the map is foreign to me. I have to get used to everything. It's really weird. I feel like a Magikarp, just like kind of flailing around. Oh shit. Don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look. Aha! Don't find me. Go the fuck away. Huh? Exposed. I don't know what that means. I think it means you can see everyone. Momentarily, perhaps. Shit. Shit. Come on, come on, come on, come on! Yes! Let's get out of here. Nope, nope, go away. I don't even know who the killer is. I think it's Trapper, but... We found out! We found out! Shit, I don't know this map at all, no! flail, magic carp. Oh shit! No! No! That's so pointless. What am I doing? What am I doing? What? Oh, come on. Come on, man. Ow. Oh, fuck yourself. Leave me alone. Not touchy. Oh, are you guys just trolling? Oh, no. Okay. Oh, maybe they are just trolling. I'll sit here. Oh, maybe I should recover. You are shotable. Shotable? Shotable. Like one shot? That's shit. So it's a, no ed. A poppable no ed. Gotcha. Get out of here. Oh, you just screwed me! Bitch! Shit. Go, go, go! Ah! I almost landed in the trap again. That girl's got balls. I'm like focusing, trying to hit the damn things. Oh, shut up, Cyrus. It might have. Might have come in handy. Perhaps. Okay, now let's see if we can go save this person. I doubt it, though. The person's a hardcore fucking, retard. Pardon me. That word should not be spoken. Camper. Oh, fuck off! Fuck right off! Come on. No! It's on the ground? What? You get what? I thought you could still run. I hate myself. What's this person doing? You could have saved her. Why aren't you opening the door? Anything useful. Oh my god. The door. You could have opened the door. Really? What are you doing? Oh, the strategic mind. Open the door! You gotta be shitting me. Oh, the fuckface is waiting for the hatch, isn't she? Oh, you gotta be shitting me. She's waiting for the hatch. You spineless... You spineless jellyfish. Are you running away from me? Hey, jellyfish. Think you could make yourself useful? Don't even. I don't even wanna. Well, that was fun. What's this person? We will find our Zen. My God, you walk so much faster with this perk. Okay, I've seen 10,000 lockers. Why can't I find one right now? I'm hating this map. Thank you, locker. And now we heal. And then we attempt the door. Because our spineless jellyfish will not. Oh, hello, jellyfish. He's camping that door. Is there another door in this map? There has to be, right? There's always a door at the opposite end. Is there no other door? Is there no other door? I'm speechless. There has to be another door. Okay. Why didn't the person go for the... That person's a jellyfish. 100% jellyfish. Please, please. There's always two doors, so I don't understand why the focus was on the other door. Oh, fuck, I'm screwed. Hurry up! Ah! No! What? One hit? One hit? Oh. One hit. Oh, and the guy stepped in the trap. One hit. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Go, 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 go. Get the fuck out of Dodge. Go! Go! Yes! Retribution. Oh no. We did it. I didn't freaking double pip. Come on. Oh my God. Did I even get anywhere? I don't even remember what it was. Repair one tangled generator. That's right. Who did all the freaking work? Wow. Wow. Spectate. Where's Jellyfish at? Wow. And so this begins, huh? Wow. That was something. Well, that was not expected. Oh, okay then. Oh, fuck. Who did it? Anonymous. I see you hiding. Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you very much. Ah, good times. Yay! I escaped on my first time. That's a miracle. I never escape. I flail too much. I can't believe that person just sat there. She did nothing. Like, what the fuck? Madness. It was fun though. I don't know about that map. That map is gonna take a long time to like get used to. I don't like the indoor maps. I find the indoor maps very claustrophobic, but I like the little keychains on her belt. Okay, alright. Let's go. Yeah, I want her! I want her so bad. She's so cute. The goth and the witch. I think they'd make a good couple. I think they'd be cute. Anybody have suggestions for games on itch.io? I'm going to check right now, but itch. Yeah, I'm gonna go peruse itch.io later. We'll find some games. That's such a good tea. The Hags. I think this is Cyrus's most hated one. Jackpots. Always looking on that brother's side, aren't you? That's so cute. And oh, I don't know what that is, but cool. Ooh. Oh, I'm guessing this is like a tangled one. I hate you. Oh, good. And he is actually coming here. Damnation. It's Pyramid Head! Yeah! No! 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 I don't usually see a Pyramid Head. They released a bunch of shitty maps. Okay. Not too sure what happened there, but I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the... Shut up, bitch. A little brighter side and night. The bitch hit me with a flashlight before they ran away. Oh, I love it. Do you get anything for hitting these things? Oh, pumpkin yeah, that's it. Points, I guess. Oh, fuck me. It's gonna take her there, I betcha. Yeah, Cyrus used to hate this map. Oh my god. I never hated this map. I like how open it is. I need this for my reward. I really want this generator. Or not reward. Compendium? The last Stein. That might be a reference to something. I know Stein means rock, but I'm pretty sure it's a very common Jewish name too. So I could be wrong. I feel like it's like a movie or something. Yes! Complete! Ah, shit. He sees me, and he's going the... Oh wait, no, he doesn't see me. Oh, she's in the fucking basement. I'm not confident in my abilities to go down into the basement quite yet. How do I get up there? I'm gonna regret this. Fine, let me be your hero. Somebody else is running down there. Yep. Fuck. That's what I get for trying to be a hero. Ooh. What a tangled web we weave. I guess that's a totem I'm looking at over there. It feels like the generators take even longer. Or am I just imagining this? was a great skill check. Don't even. Thank you. Oh, the debuff? Was that thanatophobia then? It was the debuff? I think at the bottom. Fear of death. Yeah, thanatophobia. Okay. Hi! Oh, come on. Is that Noed again? No. It cannot be. Why do I have a feeling Noed is going to be everywhere? Bing bang! No! Fuck! How is Noed triggered? Oh, because of the thanatophobia, right? It wasn't Noed? Well, I wasn't hit. How did I get hit? Or does thanatophobia mean that you get one-shotted? Jesus, I'm out of date. Hex Devour Hope. Oh, good. How come it feels like the killers have a distinct advantage over us all of a sudden? Look at all the symbols. I don't know. That's right. Just sit there while I face my inevitable doom. Oh yeah, hi. Thanks. Go, 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 go. Oh, you went up the stairs that way. Oh shit, he's following me. Damnation! Oh, totem! I could really fucking... I could really use a totem. No, go away. Well, I guess I'll go for the big glowing totem. What's with the blue sparklies? Is this a healing totem? Oh, healing totem. Shit! I'm confused. I am in the worst spot to heal. What's going on? I feel like a lost child. Why am I still owieing? Well, it certainly doesn't mean I can heal right now. Lies! One for your oh, Jesus, fuck. I'm so far behind, it's not even funny. I'm gonna have to watch more of Angry Pug and what he's actually doing. I watch him for entertainment, but I'm obviously not actually paying attention to what he's doing. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Oh my god, this door kills me. Oh no, open up! Open up! Come on! Ah! Open! Yay! say, wait a gosh darn moment. Ugh. Oh well, we got one pip. All Hallows Eve lunchbox. Increases the speed. Cool. Does this stick get disabled? I wonder if this gets disabled after the midnight whatever. Look at that! I'm contributing to the team! I feel useful! Yay! I survived my second one. Oh no, what did you change my Steam title to? Dead by Daylight featuring Nova escapes. Thank you, Cyrus. Thank you. Well, that was awesome. I really enjoyed it. We got some points. Learned some stuff. Definitely be coming back to this. Gonna sneeze. Sorry. I need to get my witchy girl, though. I really want the witchy girl. So yeah guys, thanks for hanging out. I'm going to peruse Itch.io. I'm going to make some videos to post for YouTube and stuff as well. So thank you. Thank you so much. And I'll be seeing you guys hopefully tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Good luck, jackpots.